Convincing victories from Astralis, regardless of their T side, CT side, does not matter. But this is a fast one, and Astralis, like stars, fly through the sky and suddenly are looking to overwhelm Lekro outdoors. He's down. Device with an opening kill and a little bit of a push from NIP up into the locker rooms. They have gone. Astralis caught Dennis. Nice little corner. He's able to blindside with a headshot, and that's exactly what's trickling in. Headshots aplenty. Bomb's been thrown out into the open, and Astralis, they're fighting to maintain this, but then just as they do,
and then somebody dies in heaven, everything falls apart. Pull the string off the ball of yarn after this streak, right? This is, and it's going to start with pistols. It's not going to come without at least one.
Patience. That right there. That double kill from Device is pure patience.
He waited.
And hopefully not soon blanketed in bullets, but he could certainly pound them back the other direction if this goes unchecked. The problem being, if he's the last man up, then it's just a matter of trade fragging outwards, and the rest of his team have died one after another. Dennis comes in off of the ramp, and this is just going to eject bomb back up towards A. Rotation so important on Nuke.
Unbelievable. That's totally gamed the system right there. They used Zipex to get the information and to bait everyone to going into lower, so they didn't wait for a reaction. They were ready to go the hit upper, and that puts Dennis in a pretty okay position. He's here in heaven. You can kind of see into the site. Magic's gonna, well, it looks like a 50-50 and goes down. 2v2 now.
Dennis swapping out the weapons, closing that distance. Glaive's going to be caught into the open as well. He's looking towards vents. This is an excellent retake coming out from Nip. Zipex has to clutch, and Dennis denies.
At high-low position, and you know, I set that up so to talk about the potential for a retake, but here this is, you know, unbelievable how clean he is with each of these engagements, all these headshots instantly, and Glaive had his attention taken away from him as well, so Rez might have done something there to pull him into watching the event.
Yeah. And because they had no idea, there's enough time for positions to be taken up. I mean, look at Zipex go. He's going to be right up in the face of this ramp push. If the other Ts can draw the attention past him, then Zipex could just blindside, but nobody's there, and Lekro clears close. It looks like Astralis just bailed on Zipex, left him to his own devices, as it is he and Dupree over towards Decon. Door swung wide, right into the face of Device. Dupree trades effectively, back into the 1v2, but it's through the door, he's dead.
As it gets for top teams, and 84 is obviously exceptional. Not surprised Astralis holds that number.
We'll see if we can get Nip to chip away at said statistics, but whoa, Dennis and Get Right combined for 4. The auto shotty and Lekro get it done. So stats out the window. This is a cohort of 3 terrorists moving down ramp. They do still have that one over towards the secret stairs. Rez very much exposed inside this bomb site, but his teammate has control of the only door really on him. So Rez with the trigger discipline. Now he's going to fire off. Can't get the second with the spray down. And it's going to leave it on both Lekro and Dennis. Coming in from the same direction. Locked out the first. The second goes past. 1v2 for Dennis. Device and Glaive on the other side, and they've got the advantage of being above him. He'll try to burn somebody out into the open, but there's nobody there. They're holding on top of the catwalk. Using that verticality to their advantage. Device gets the element of surprise, and Astralis back with a 6th.
Adjust accordingly.
Oh, that's nice, Rez. He's gotten both the kills so far this round, single-handedly taking them down. Astralis to a 3v5. Give us just one more. At least one more.
Make it a clip. Why not?
It's not an order without the fries. Lekro heading downwards before Dennis dies. He's got the support, but he has to reload. That's timing. Timing right in and of itself. Glaive with a double kill. And then a third. Glaive dies to Get Right. Collateral headshot. You love it.
You'll love to see that. Oh my goodness. Don't know how that happened. Obviously, the situation just got too crazy to follow closely, but man, the Beast Eagles from Rez and then the double spray down from Get Right.
It's beautiful. It goes 2 ways, right? You see Dennis being overwhelmed by the sudden door opening, and then that's how Get Right gets his 2 kills. Opens the door behind them, so it goes both ways.
It's true. Are you going to guess that we're not going to do that this time? Or are you going to use a lot of your bullets, a lot of your attention, a lot of nades to make sure that we're not calling a bluff?
Yeah, look how close Dennis is downstairs. I mean, he has to lock it down, and just like that, they come wildly out from Squeaky Door. This is a full-on A-hit. Get Right from above strikes death. Like a guardian angel, he's locked down this A site. near single-handedly. Lekro comes in with 2. Dennis clears the board on the A site. And Get Right's consistently been up here. I'm not sure. It's just so hard to check.
They're not looking, and that's why Fur always played this spot, because even though it was a blind spot that caused players to be able to sneak down the vent, for him, if they come upper...
7-8 would still be great for Nip. I mean, not on a map like Nuke, some would say. I think they'd be happy with this result. Astralis a beast. But this one's not over yet. Dupree still has something to say. He's got Device by his side. Kills continue to trickle in. Not even that much damage goes back the other way either. The rotation from Nip is going to be all in on ramp. Bombs planted behind Silo, so that's not going to give them any line of sight, and Dupree gets out of the sight just in time. Now Device, he's still anticipating something down from vents, and eventually his position is just going to be so useless. He cannot contest the bomb site. In fact, neither of them can contest this bomb site until they go over to this double door, swing that wide open and try to contest. But remember, bomb's planted on the other side, so they could sneak off this defuse. There's no way to get right out, I don't think. It's a smidgen of an angle, and he's got the cover of smoke. A Molotov way too late. And Astralis, they just flubbed an afterplant.
Oh my god. They look solid on some of those. They literally had 5 alive on versus gun rounds on some of those rounds, and now we have another upper rush to start the pace off top.
Really quick one. Glaive just pops 2 noggins. Get right, Lekro dead. Bomb thrown out as well, so things are now slowed down ever so slightly. Magis comes to help, and Glaive is still just running around. It's ring around the rosy for a 3rd kill from him. Device the last, and a pistol for Astralis.
On Nuke on their 4th pistol win of the day. So that's going to make things a whole lot easier, even if you have some rounds that maybe didn't go your way and you kind of want to think about why. But Glaive with a sigh of relief.
On a map like Nuke, well, how often do you think you have to go over it in practice? You know, how many times are you actually prepping for it? Whereas Nip, you know what you're expecting. You know what kind of beast lies ahead. But right now, a beast has been put to sleep. Zipek's dead on ramp. Glaive, with an element of surprise, can only get himself 1 kill. The scout misses from Device, and so the lower bomb site is open for business, so it seems. Magisk is still floating around. Dupree can't stop the plant because it's inside of the smoke. Very difficult position for Astralis, even if they wanted to leave. I mean, they are just being enveloped by NIP. Still, he deals some damage, so that should be the kill. Most certainly is. And now Magisk runs for the save.
In a lot of games with top teams right now, and we can see why.
Fast clash, I love this. Just an absolute and immediate change of pace, but it's actually a bit of a ruse. It's called all of the rotations towards this A site when in reality Nip have prioritized B. They've chucked the bomb downwards, they've worked their way into the control room, and because they did this so quickly, you don't see the rotation in place for Astralis. It's very frantic, separate 1v1s, and while Astralis have done a good enough job to keep this 2v2, it has been incredibly close, as was that kill both ways. Rez and Zipek's lucky to be alive, both of which have fallen their teammates. But Magis can't find this bomb. However, he takes the kill, and that's most important. First and foremost, a tap could anticipate this peak. Rez gonna go for it, and now it's confirmed. He's up in control. Magis needs to flush him out. He'll charge, and he will go down.
For the cost of $600, a couple of smokes, it maybe eased it up for them to go upstairs.
Any Molotovs counter Magic's spot? No. This is a position that obviously Get-Right was playing in so consistently, but Magic does still get cleared from Rez. Dupree a little delayed, but successful nonetheless. A 4 versus 2 is established until Dennis clears this outer player. Still looks like they want to come in on A, and unfortunately for Dennis, Glaive shut down Lekro. That was the bomb, and all 5 of the deaths here for Nip happen on this A site. An immediate rotation downwards from Glaive. I feel like that just kind of assumes that now they have lobby control, because you can see, of course, Zipek's coming in from ramp, the flank. He has this cleared. So outer has to be possessed by Nip if they have anything at all, but what they don't have is kills. They've been shut down on the forefront, and nobody else looks to overface here from Astralis. Wow, the kill feed just full.
Pulled apart
of Astralis.
Limb from limb. What can you say? Dupree, stalwart in the mini position. They are just like hitting all of his shots. Look at that. Just going for the last tap as well, and that marks the time.
In a row wasn't enough to get on fire, then doing it in that fashion, you know, we should have an explosion and then flames.
Sure. Yeah, I want to see more pyrotechnics. Didn't look tickled at all. I mean, I'm sure he was mad inside about getting dinked through that box. This could be one of their last chances to win. And Zipix, of course, from the ramp now in the later stages of the game, coming back into the fold.
Yeah, I feel like 12 of the last 12 kills from Astralis have been all headshots. I mean, finally that trend is broken, but the message is still clear. Astralis are the best team in the world, and even more so on Nuke. 16-11 versus NIP. They will take their win, and they continue through this first stage of Istanbul flawlessly.
Yeah, 19-0, and it obviously seemed very competitive. The fact that Astralis won those 2 pistols is great.